Hi, everybody. This is Pam Jiner. I am first and foremost a mother of 3 sons, my oldest being 42, a foster parent of 13 children, which I've raised here in my community over the past 15 years. And I guess you would call me a street fighter. I came out the house about 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and realized that my whole community had changed. So I took up street fighting. I want to make sure that my community had all the amenities and the niceties and the safety precautions that every other community has. I joined an organization called GirlTrek. GirlTrek here in Denver is another organization targeting Black women to get up, get outside, reconnect for your health, your mind, your body, your soul, everything. I mean, there's so many benefits to getting outside walking that women of color are really not that familiar with. And when I got out walking, that's when I noticed that my community has changed, but yet there were so many things that were not changed. No upgrades, no crosswalks, and no stoplights, no stop signs, no bicycle lanes, many blocks without sidewalks. And it's like, my God, things have got to change. We got to change that. GirlTrek offered a course on community advocacy with the Our Voice discovery tool. And we hit the streets with that tool. We started taking pictures and noting, what we liked and did not like in particular areas about whatever it was that we saw. And started doing walk audits, bringing people along that have an investment in those areas, like our police departments. I mean, I'm sure they're concerned about, community safety. So using the tool, had everybody having an opportunity to use that was great because you got different perspectives on what you saw. Residents had one, perspective, but yet city planners would have another perspective on the same corner. I mean, we have an area that we call the Montbello Swamp. For 54 years, this same patch of land has been filling up like a great big, swamp. It's water all over the street, and it just causes a lot of disturbance. People don't like it. I remember as a kid riding in my mom's car, and every time she got off the highway, I'd stand up in the back seat and just wait for her to hit that water and watch those waves shoot up. 54 years later, that water is still there. I'm like, why is this water always here? I say data is leverage. Get those pictures and use it as leverage. Fight with it. I mean, you get these young, educated, excellent, brilliant, creative drafters and developers, and they've got these bright ideas, but they've never walked it. So I just really think that before the city tries to make changes in a community, that they walk it. Come out and literally put your eyes on it, put your body in the movement, and then just look at, take into account what community goes through. I mean, we're not asking for nothing that we shouldn't have as taxpayers. And if you want us to use your service, it should be accessible. It should be safe to get to. A lot of successes would be working with CDOT in getting them to install sidewalks under their interstate, as well as on all of their on-off ramps, which they have done for us, and we're very, very happy. And when they poured that cement, that was the happiest day of my life, I believe. 9 News, all the TV stations came out, and they were like, this little lady is getting what she wanted. And I mean, I just felt so happy to have that happen.
This is people coming together.
Pam Jiner scheduled her own press conference with me this morning. I just called her and asked her to chat. She brought along an entire entourage.
We've never had sidewalks here in Montbello.
That's just how she works, getting people together and getting things done.
It was a lot of bugging.
I first met Pam 2 years ago this past November. Taking me on a tour of Montbello streets, she showed me one of the more interesting spots.
Once you head towards I-70, you are in some serious danger.
The I-70 underpass along Peoria was treacherous. Nothing but a dirt path for pedestrians, and this is the only way you can get to an RTD park and ride.
Whose responsibility is this?
And for 3 years, city, state, and even federal leaders heard Pam over and over again.
Staying in their face. I mean, Every time they start talking about the city budget, here we were in their face.
And they listened.
The minute I saw that cement, I just felt like a mother who had just given birth. I was happy, I was scared, I was sad, I was anxious. Just so many emotions.
CDOT installed this sidewalk in the underpass, wide enough for Pam's entourage, and then some.
I was out there and they let me, play with the first cement that rolled off the truck and taking pictures and just watching it come to fruition. Has just been amazing to me. I'm 64 years old. What do I look like out here fighting with the city to get sidewalks for people, access for people, crosswalks, signs that tell traffic that people cross here, slow down, some blinking lights, on and off ramps. And we went back and we did a barbecue for all the workers when they finished pouring the cement. So that was like a huge celebration. CDOT was so thankful. They thought it was the coolest thing. We fed all the cement workers barbecue and hot links and baked beans and potato salad and cold drinks, on a hot summer day. And they so appreciated it. I don't think anyone's ever done that for them, but we appreciated those sidewalks so much. Things don't have to stay the same. What was my normal as a kid out here does not have to be third generation, fourth generation normal. That's really where we're at now. My kids, my God, the foster kids and the grandkids. This does not have to be their normal. We can make it better for them and just make it easier on people to get from A to B, to travel through community, make them want to get out and walk or ride a bike or just connect with people on a street corner and stand there and feel safe and comfortable enough to chit chat with a cup of coffee. I say data is leverage. Get those pictures and use it as leverage. Fight with it.